to reach out and give you the tools. We're providing you the hammer and the nails. And whether you take the hammer and you start building on what we're giving you, and you take that nail and you start hammering that nail into that wood and start building that strong foundation so that you can see, wow, I made a house. Or you can just take the hammer and the nail and sit it down and keep looking at it. And next thing you know, 5 years from now, you're still looking at the hammer and the nail, and you're wondering why I didn't, or why I'm not, or nobody helped. So I'm just being blunt with you because I love you. And I know that God put in me a lot of gifts, a lot of experience, and a lot of wisdom out of the things that I endured. And I am so blessed and so thankful and honored to have this opportunity to share with you, to let you know that we care about you. If no one else ever told you, we care about you. But most of all, God cares about you. And he wants you to have a better life because he provided that life for you. There is more than life than where you are. But you have to believe that you are worth it. You have to believe that you can do it. And so if no one else believes it and no one else is telling you, we're here at TNR radio station and Our Heart Radio, and we're here today. We're telling you here live with Necee. We're here telling you that you can overcome. You can succeed. You can be all that you desire to be, and you can have what you desire to have if you take what we have and you use it and you apply it to your life and you build on your life. And once you begin to build on your life, share the resources with other people. That is the major purpose I feel we're here for, is to share what we have, is to give out what we have. Because we'll be so deprived if we never received anything. What if we just had water, but we needed food, but we have somebody who has food, but they don't have water? But we're not going to give our water, but they're not going to give their food. And so why are we starving ourselves? So why should we deprive each other of the things that can benefit each other and also benefit the nation? And with that, it just reminded me of this story about the 4 lepers. How these lepers were like outcasts. And I think I shared this last week, but this is perfect situation. And they had to go. They may had to make a decision whether to stay in the camp and die, where, they couldn't go over into another camp that had all of the food. They had everything that they needed in the other camp. But the other camp had soldiers. That was a military camp. And so they sat there outside of the camp and was talking amongst themselves and say, you know what? We've been out here long enough. If we don't move forward, we're going to die right here. And they sat there talking amongst themselves and saying, well, what do we do? Do we stay here where we are? No food, nowhere to eat, in the street? Or do we decide to get up and move forward and just see what happens? So I guess you may notice the outcome of the story. They didn't sit still. They didn't stay there. They got up. And when they got up, they opened up the gate of the army, the entrance of the army station, to find out that there was no army there. There was nobody in there. This whole time, the army had already left that post. All these years, they're sitting out there afraid to move forward to eat, starving. And all along, they could have had the food if they just stepped out earlier, if they just moved out. But the thing of it is, it's not about how early you should have moved or how late I should have moved, or maybe I should have did this earlier. The whole point of this concept is to do what you're doing now, to move now. Do something now. You have the opportunity now. Do it now. And so with that in mind, they went in. They were so astonished. The Bible says that these lepers were more wealthier than anybody else in the city because the other people in the city, they didn't want to be around the lepers because, they didn't want to be contagious or catch what they had and all of this stuff like this. So to make a long story short, they went in, they ate plenty of food, drinks, they slept wonderfully. And then someone said, wait a minute, we can't just sit here and have all of this for ourselves. What about the people out there? And this other leper said, what about them? They didn't care about us. They didn't want to be around us. They even had a funeral service for us. We're alive, but they made a funeral service because to them, during that time, in the Bible, they were considered dead among them when they had a family member that had leper, because that was a disease that they were like outcasts. They just was forgotten. And so this one leper, he said, no. He said, why should we take all that we have, which we can't eat it all? We won't be able to enjoy it all by ourselves. Why should we take it all and not give it to them? So you know what they did? They went out and they told the city to come in. And you know what happened? The Bible said they saved the city. Everybody that was starving came in because these 4 lepers decided to move forward. And I say that we at TNR, we here at iHeartRadio, Live with Necee, all these other stations that are connected to them, we're like that person that's saying, come on, come and eat with us. Come on, come enjoy what we have. It's okay. Come on over here. Sit back, get everything that you need. Have the things that you want to have for your family. And so this is what we're all about. And so I just want to say it's not all about just us. And I think that's what's going on and wrong with the society today. We're so into what we want. What about the neighbor? What about our family? What about those people that don't have? And so again, I just want to just thank you for tuning in to Live with Necee, and just look forward to every 4th Friday. I will have R&R, which is resources and relief information for you. So don't forget to tune in a little bit after 9 o'clock on every Friday. Okay. And thank you. And remember, your life matters. So move forward and be all that you desire to be. God bless.